Hello everybody, this is Joshua Stout, Unit 5 discussion on data types. Supposed to give a brief example of the primitive collections and object data types and tie those to business value scenarios or real world scenarios basically. So stepping into primitive, we dealt with a lot of these in our last assignment, which was super fun. So numbers, text being the things you print out, numbers 1 through 9, including 0, date, time, date. So just being able to capture the values that you would tie to something very specific, like when you submitted your homework, for example, you may have the date, time on that object itself. And then going into collections, it shows lists, arrays, and tables. We dealt with lists. That's where you would just create a list of values, 2, 6, 10, 22, whatever those are. And basically you can go in and grab any value from the list, create a new list, replace a list. An array, that is slightly different. It's got a bit more functionality. You can add things to it. So having an array is like having a list where you just said, hey, take my list and put 16 at the end. Well, an array would let you do that. Or you could go to the third item and remove that, and then that third item would go away and the fourth item would slide into its slot. So it's a bit more functional when it comes to coding. And then tables, we're familiar with tables when we use Excel sheets. I mean, if you've ever created an Excel sheet that had a couple columns and a couple rows of data, you have created a table. And what we use in the programming world is literally the same thing, just done through slightly more expensive software or more difficult to use software. And then finally, objects. This is one that can be a little tricky. An object is just about everything you deal with, specifically in Python code. An object is an item that has attributes. I would be an object because I am a human object, but I have an age, I have a hair color, I have a height, I have a weight, and all of these attributes apply to the object that is me. So if you were creating something in the code, you could say, hey, here's the student and this is your object. Well, you know how long your student's been in school, what their current degree is, what classes they're taking, whether they have paid or not, and that in this essence is an object. I look forward to your guys' discussions. I imagine a lot of us are going to say the same thing, but it's good to think about it and see everyone else's perspectives. Thank you.